the air conditioner control. Everything's labeled right on it. You're able to just set the top of the bracket on the mount, and then you can hear it snap in, and then the TV mounts to the rear wall. The remote's in a pocket in the back. We gave little Velcro tabs for the wiring, so everything kind of sticks to the Velcro, and then you can plug it into the appropriate place, the power cord, the TV hookup, and then the audio video to run from the front TV and the front stereo and DVD player to the back. The right side is to the front TV, the left side is for a RV campground TV input. This is the back of the TV. This is the lever you have to push. You reach up inside and push this lever and it releases the TV. Then you pull out on the bottom and lift this up off of the holder. The holder has a groove, so you set it on here and then it snaps in at the bottom. When you push that little lever, it releases the bottom, then you just lift off the bracket. The porch TV stows inside the wardrobe. There's a little lever you push underneath on the back of the bracket. I'll show you that here in a second, and then it moves from the stowaway position to the porch. The Sony DVD player multi-entertainment system is located just to the right of the TV, and its remote is also in the storage area. Game connections are in the front storage area, as well as the audio switch from front to rear, so you get the rear speakers working on the porch by flipping the switch. Remotes are stowed on the vanity mirrors, the slider cabinet just above the toilet area, and the dressing area. When the toilet is down, it's a dressing area. The hideaway toilet is just a simple design to turn the restroom area into a convenient multi-function area. You just lower the lid that's made out of marine plastic with the drape. Now it's a changing table in addition to counter space, and you don't use the toilet all that often, so it just hides it away and makes the space usable for other things. The water pump switch is located above the sink on the monitor panel, and the heater switch is not being used. They're going to build us a custom switch panel and eliminate that, so that's the only thing in the RV that we are going to swap out is the monitor panel to a new system that doesn't have a water heater switch, because the water heater works independently. The fresh and gray water are monitored from the panel. All we do is hit fresh and it tests it, and gray. We don't have black. They are building a new panel, like I say, that will have gray and fresh only and battery test and water pump. So that will be changed here shortly. The magnetic window covers are something that I created. It keeps from piercing any paint. It simply just magnets right to the vehicle. You can fold them up real easily. If you want to peel some of it down, you can to look out. And they just cover the windows real nicely. We are having the front windows and the windshield made right now. We should have those done shortly. The cassette toilet is located in the driver rear of the vehicle. It hides away to use it as a dressing room, and when you want to use it, you simply lift up the lid and it exposes the toilet. For privacy, open up the drape, take the drapes off the hook and just hook them to the other side, and it gives you privacy. The same is true for the other door. It opens up and turns the aisleway into a very large restroom. Reading lights are able to be turned on from the front control panel marked reading, and then you can turn them on and off right from their spot by just pushing on the lens. The stainless steel sink does have a pull-out sprayer, so it's easy to use in here. You can just leave it in and turn it on that way. Yeah. The electric cooktop's next to the sink, and it simply turns on by the push of a button when you're plugged into the power cord. And I believe it'll work on the inverter too, but it will be limited. It draws a lot of power, so it wouldn't work very long on the inverter. You have to have the engine running and assist with some input to it. You could maybe use it for 5 or 10 minutes. Wouldn't be a problem. Microwave is above the refrigerator on the passenger side. If the light is on, you've got power to the coach. Plus the interior light shows you that everything's powered up and ready to go. The refrigerator's under the microwave. Just pull down on the handle and it'll open. It is 12 volt and 110 volt. You simply open the freezer. There's a little knob inside. When you click it on, you can see the light come on, the refrigerator start working. You only have to go to about 3 on the dial. If you go 4 or over, it is a freezer complete. So you can freeze food and then turn it up past 4, and it'll keep it frozen all the way home if you'd like to do that. And just turn it off when you're done. Light goes out, you know the refrigerator's off. It only draws about 3 amps of DC power, so it'll run all night long. The battery disconnect is located above the microwave back in the storage area. It's the red key. Just turn the key where it comes out of the opening and all the power will be disconnected. And you just have to put the key in and turn it back to activate the power. If you go away for, 4 or 5 days, you're not going to use the vehicle, you might as well turn the battery power off. The customer porch from SVO Group. It's a great addition to the vehicle. It adds 6 foot of living space. We are designing, it's almost done, a tent that will mount to the rear porch, and you can actually sleep on the porch, extra passengers, and it makes a 4-passenger. The restroom's in the center, so everyone's able to access the restroom without waking up somebody else and use the porch. It's a great addition to the vehicle. The sides fold up by just pulling the pins, and then it lifts up and this pin latches up in the top to stow it away. It's very simple. Beautiful addition to the vehicle. You can simply pull the side pins, there's 2 of them, and the porch removes right out of the vehicle. 2 pins, you pull it, and it'll stow away in the garage. Very simple to mount and dismount from the vehicle when you're not using it. Custom graphics by SVO Group for the Embassy RV. Smart plug is a new design of a plug. You can tell you have power to it with the blue light, and you simply squeeze the 2 levers in. You don't have to twist and turn. It stays connected. You don't have problems with heat buildup from loose connections. It's more of a welding type of connector. You just line up the doghouse kind of shape, wiggle it, push it in, and it locks into place. It's very simple. The sofa system simply slides by a push of a button. It's located above the sofa. It'll slide out. When the table's in, you have to remove the table, and then the bolsters fall into the void and fill the bed into a full-size bed. The bed bolsters are triple density, just like the foam of the sofa, so it sleeps just like your home mattress would. Corian countertop for the kitchen just makes a beautiful, easy, clean, modern-looking area for the kitchen. Ceiling lights can be controlled by the sofa switches in its marked ceiling. They are dimmable. There's 12 soft close drawers in the vehicle. They're actually galvanized. It's powder coated with a mesh to keep them quiet when you put things in them. Marine plastic face, you just push them in and the drawers all close themselves and hold themselves in while you're traveling. Accessing the water heater is just removing the cover. Normally this is outside the vehicle, but we're not using the LP part of the water heater, so you can service it from the inside. It is elevated to create the large lower storage in the cabinet that accesses from the rear. And it's kind of a unique design. The S-bar system is simply turn it on with the switch. It will heat up the water by doing that. You don't have to turn the blower on if it's warm outside, but if you want air heat, simply turn the blower on. And you've got louvers under the sofa that blow air out, 4 of them, and it'll keep the coach warm as well. Set your temperature to about medium and it'll be all you'll need to do. When you're done, just turn it off, turn the fan off, and the system's off. The 110 volt breaker panel is located in the pantry. Simply push the button on the face and all the breakers are located inside, and they are all labeled for your convenience. 12 volt fuse panel is located above the microwave. There's a little thumb spot on the left side. You just pull there. It'll open up, everything's labeled, and all the fuses are located behind the door. There are 3 switch panels and integrated switch panels in the vehicle. One over the sofa on the driver's side, one in the front of the vehicle for the driver compartment, and one over the sofa on the passenger side. The control panel is in the linen closet. and all the switches or the contacts for the circuit breakers are right there on the panel. Everything's labeled right on the panel, so it's a very simple system that's very easy to use, and all the lights are dimmable through this system. The SVO running boards are very heavy fiberglass that are supported with galvanized tubing, so anyone can step on them and they'll hold the weight. They are lighted, as you can see, to light up the ground, and we bedliner spray them for durability, so they really hold up well to the elements and give you a real wide step for getting in and out of the side door. For the rear shower, simply pull the lever and open the door. The shower sprayer will come out of the holder. You can hang it up top. Marine plastic panel, Diabond behind the leather touch for durability, and then you just pull out on the valve and adjust your hot and cold. And then there's a shut off right here as well that you can shut off at the sprayer, so you don't have to reach down to the valve as you're showering. You can shut it right off at the sprayer. Then when you're done, simply push in on the valve and slide the sprayer back into the opening and snap it back into the hole. The wastebasket is located under the sink. Push the custom trigger latches. We made a little stow, so you just lift up and it comes out of the stowaway. Just line it back up, drop it in, and it keeps it from rattling around when you're going down the road. The custom blinds have a blackout fabric on the back of them, so light will not shine through at all. We made them where they lift down instead of up, so you can see out of the window without losing your privacy, and then you just slide them back up for privacy. They're located behind the wall, so it just really makes a custom look for the blinds. Rear porch lights, it's blue when it's off, so you can find the button. Just hit the button, it'll turn them on, and then you can dim them by pushing minus, and then brighter is plus. Push the button, it'll turn them off, and then the switch will turn blue again. In the dark, you can find it easier. The charge center is just a 4-point USB port for charging your phones, and it's located above the sofa on the driver's side. The gray drain pivots for better clearance. Just pull the pin. You can pull down on it and then put the pin back in. Now it'll drain. Otherwise, it's a little bit uphill, but it gives better ground clearance by making it spring-loaded and pop back up when you're not using it. Put the pin back in when you're done, and it's ready for travel. All of the cabinet doors are made out of marine plastic. They'll last forever. You simply push the trigger latch. It opens up and gives you a handle. There is a bolt on the back for adjustability. Aluminum hinges. It's all composite material, and you can scratch it. The color is all the way through. It really doesn't hurt the door, but they're very, very durable. The marine plastic sliding table, simply pull up on the lever, and you can slide it from side to side or center it, or you can spin it, or you can pull it up out of the holder and stow it away. The wardrobe area is the rear cabinet on the passenger side, and it does have a bar on the top for hanging clothes, and it gives you a nice area to put your hanging. The linen closet is just forward of the wardrobe, and it has 5 soft close drawers in it for your convenience for foldables, with the large storage passing through underneath. Simply close the door, push the latch with your finger. You can push the lower latch with your foot. You can actually open it with your foot also. That way you don't even have to bend over the latch, but that way you don't have wrap. Pantry is the forward cabinet on the passenger side, and it also has 5 soft closed drawers. You can put a lot of food in this storage area. The utensil area is under the stove. We did add a utensil cargo area, and then for larger things there's another drawer below it to put spatulas and different things like that. The beautiful overhead cabinets are plexiglass sliders that we custom build, and it gives you the ability to store things up here and not open up the door and have things fall out. If something's shifted, you can simply hold onto it or push it back and then open the rest of the way to get it out. Finally, the lower passenger storage is access to the large storage under the refrigerator on the passenger side. Running board lights are the top left on the front control panel. That's the only place you can turn them on and off. And they're located underneath the running boards outside the vehicle to light up the ground when you get in and out of the vehicle. The beautiful SVO Embassy RV on the Dodge ProMaster chassis. Elegance and durability finally come together in a wonderful, attractive package. Everything's built to last, and you'll get decades of use out of it, not just years. Step in and you'll see the elegance throughout the vehicle. Vanity light switch is located above the toilet. Push the blue button. That'll turn them on. They are dimmable, and it gives the vanity lights by the rear mirror. The inverter is located under the driver's sofa as well as the batteries. The orange light tells us we're plugged into cord and we have power. Inverter, if it is on, you hit twice, you can turn it on. OK. Summary, if you unplug the cord, the green light will come on and it'll switch automatically to the inverter. When you plug in the cord, this light will blink for 20 seconds or so until the cord power is activated. So all you do, if you want to hit your AC in, AC amps, you can adjust your amperage that you're plugged into. If you're in a 30 amp, you can turn this up to 30 by going more. Once you're done, always hit OK, summary, and you're back to your main screen. Inverter is just inverter on or off, OK, summary, and that's all you have to do to control anything. The inverter does the rest. It charges and switches between cord and inverter automatically. Front TV, you simply push on the TV cover. It's spring-loaded. That lowers the TV down. The remotes for the TV are up inside the cabinet, just behind the TV. And then everything works with the remote. To put it back up, you have to push up, push in on the spring-loaded, and it'll line this back up. It's not quite back in right now. It does take two hands. You got to make sure this is flush so it's locked